I was the ringleader of a criminal gang. We extorted money, put people out of business, threatened them, dragged them away.
Приехали, друг. Вытаскивайте.
Давай.
And they would hand over everything. People were afraid of me, and I liked it that way. I never forgave anybody. If someone wronged me, I would say, "Throw one stone at me, I'll bury you in a mountain of rocks."
In 1993, I was working for the police. They assigned me to gather information about a gang whose leader was Vladimir Olkhov.
One time, when committing a crime, they caught me at the scene. I swore revenge on everybody involved with my arrest.
During interrogations, I did everything to humiliate Vladimir and tried to break him. We just hated each other.
I told Valery, "Just remember, sooner or later I'm getting out of prison, and then you're a dead man." I thought to myself, for a start, I'm going to blow up his car. If he doesn't understand, then I'll just eliminate him.
His threats sounded so serious that I started to fear for my life. I decided to have my friends and acquaintances make his life behind bars unbearable and to make sure that he would never get out.
I saw that one of my cellmates had a pocket New Testament. I asked him if I could read it. Seeing my interest in spiritual things, someone gave me a Watchtower magazine. When I started reading the magazine, I realized that there are other people out there, real people. There's a totally different way of life to be had, even now, and with such prospects. I was just stunned. Then I found another 5 magazines around the prison. I devoured them as well, and I became thoroughly convinced that I had found the truth. When my wife was first allowed to visit me, I told her right away, "I've found the truth." My wife made pretty fast progress and was baptized 2 years later. Her support was invaluable. She would visit me, constantly encouraging me to be faithful and remain loyal to God.
In 1993, Jehovah's Witnesses visited me. I agreed to a Bible study, but the truth didn't touch my heart. One time, Jehovah's Witnesses invited me to a gathering, and there they told me that Vladimir Olkhov, that criminal, was about to get baptized and become one of Jehovah's Witnesses. I was cut to the heart. When I got home, I burst into tears. I realized that I had to make spiritual progress, because if he, in his circumstances, could do it, then I could do it. That very moment, I prayed for the first time in my life.
I was released in October of 1997. After I was released, the brothers organized a gathering.
They invited me to this gathering. I remember that as I was approaching the place, I suddenly realized this is where I once conducted a search.
And then Valery walks into the room. We just hugged each other and burst into tears.
And I saw in his eyes a completely different look, not like before. It was a kind look. It brought tears to my eyes. It was like a big weight was lifted from my chest. My brother. We begged one another for forgiveness.
On the 23rd of November, 1997, I was baptized together in the same pool as my new friend Valery.
We really became the best of friends. And now we serve as elders in the same congregation.
My wife and I often talk about what would have happened to us if we had not started to study the Bible. Probably, we wouldn't even be alive by now. We've kept our family together. Even better, We now have a spiritual family in the Christian congregation. And my former enemy is now my brother and best friend. More importantly, we've developed a close relationship with Jehovah.
Only God is able to change the thinking of such bitter enemies as Vlad and I were. And I eagerly look forward to the day when everything that divides people will be gone forever.